feel like since I'm not going to be able to see you, or you can't hear me probably.
Oh wait, hold on. We're here. Go ahead and say what you want to say though.
I was just wondering, like, since I actually can't see you because of the way we're working, like, I didn't know if I needed to go get my laptop and like look at the stream while it's going.
It's up to you. So basically, like it's finally live now, and so I've got me and you on the left side of the screen, like we're both in our own window, and then the chat's on the right side of the screen. So it's totally up to you.
I just know if I had my laptop beside me, I could probably read some comments coming up while they're coming up.
Yeah, go grab it. I'll do a quick intro.
So if you don't mind me going and getting it.
Not at all, man. Not at all. Everybody, welcome so much. Big, huge welcome to the talk show this week. We're so glad that you guys are here. We've been doing this every Tuesday. Starting next week, it's going to be a different day of the week. As you can tell, tonight we have a very, very special guest joining me at the bottom of the screen. His name is Georgia Bassmaster. He just ran to go grab his computer real quick. And we're going to break down the series, the challenge, the contest, all of that all together right here tonight. We're going to go over and answer any questions that you guys might have as well. And so if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If it's crazy off topic, like something completely random that you wanted to know, definitely we're going to have a Q&A section at the end. But this is like the first time that we actually have a structure to the things that we're going to talk about tonight. We're not going to go over any specific video, but we're going to talk about a lot of videos. Jesse, good to see you. David, welcome in. What are the most significant factors that have allowed the anthropological evolution of fishing from a survival tactic to a profession, then a hobby, and now a platform and social influence? I have no idea. Josh will tell you real quick that he's got a master's degree from Duke. So, well, good to see you, Ghost. Well, guys, let's just jump right into it and get started. It's already 8 o'clock here on the East Coast, so start by introducing my guest tonight, Georgia Bassmaster himself. I know you guys have watched his videos, and our community voted for, or at least promoted you going into week 2. So just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and like how you got into fishing and YouTube and really content in general, because you're killing it in the TikTok game.
Yeah, well, I'm 29, father of 3 boys. I've basically got into YouTube because I was fishing every weekend or 2 or 3 times a week anyways with my dad. And I was kind of just watching Lojo. I was watching Lojo when he had less than 5,000 subscribers.
Dang,
and
cool.
Just when Lojo started popping off back in the day, I was like, maybe I could do that. And then I think when he hit around 70,000, I finally just pulled the trigger, and me and my buddy ordered us a couple of off-brand GoPros off Amazon. And I started recording videos with a $40 knockoff GoPro.
Cool.
And it basically just turned into just documenting what I was doing, nothing serious. And then it got into I actually want to pursue this. So it was probably maybe a year and a half ago, I started taking it serious and actually started pushing out fishing content pretty hard.
Cool.
But that's how I got started.
What about TikTok? Like what turned you onto the TikTok game?
I don't even know. I actually went fishing with Larry Melton Jr. Last year in August. And I had created like 3 TikToks, and that was it. And the second one I ever did got like 700,000 views. It just blew up. And I never did anything with it. It just blew up, and then I just quit using the app. And then he was like, you probably need to post more on there because they seem to like what you were doing. So then I made a commitment to try to post 1 video a day every single day. And I've pretty much stuck to that. And days where I haven't posted 1 video a day, I would post 2 the next time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I pretty much stuck to posting 365 times a year on that app. And I'm almost a year on it now. So it's been pretty fun.
Cool. So I'm on there, and like I have one that has like I think 70,000. So I haven't even cracked 100K on TikTok yet. But do you think it's like easier to grow on TikTok than it is anywhere else right now?
For sure.
Yeah.
100%. No doubt.
The thing about,
especially if you can get on a roll of something, and like if you can get a video that has 1, 2, 3 million views, like your next few videos in the line are just going to do so much better.
Right.
So I'll almost periodically like time out. Like if I got a really good video that I'm like, this video is going to do good, I'll try to post more like really good videos behind it. Obviously, you want every video to be a good video, but sometimes you just know like this one's going to be a good one. So I'll just make sure that every video I post after that's exceptional.
One thing I love about like you and Tate on TikTok is every time I like it's not just like cut and paste clips from your YouTube videos. You guys are actually attacking the TikTok trends and making them fishing related, and it cracks me up, man. Like especially when you get your wife involved. That's so funny to me.
Yeah. Bro, normal fishing videos on TikTok just do not do good for me.
Right.
They bomb. Like people don't want to watch you fish on TikTok. They want laughs. Like people go on TikToks to enjoy themselves or be entertained and not to watch fishing videos normally.
Yeah. I'm the same. When I'm watching TikTok, it's because I want to laugh, and I will scroll until I find something that I think is going to be funny.
Right.
A couple questions in chat. Joseph wanted to know like what area from Georgia you were from.
I'm actually from a small town called Carrollton, Northwest Georgia. It's about an hour north of LaGrange.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 45 miles west of Atlanta. So almost at the Alabama line almost.
So West Georgia Tech is in Carrollton, and they're
West Georgia College. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm actually really connected to their campus ministry. I know the person that's over that, and there was a time where I was being asked to apply for that. But yeah, Joseph used to live in Douglasville, and he went to LaGrange College.
Douglasville right next to me.
Yeah. Josh said, how do you honor the traditional values of patience and waiting and fishing while trying to make short, viral, engaging content? That's such a deep question. Like, I mean, I'm not a patient person, I don't think. Oh, and Josh used to be the youth pastor at Carrollton FUMC. What does the F stand for? Anyway,
I've been praying for patience, but I'm tired of waiting on it. So,
dude, I'm just not. Look, what y'all don't see in my videos is all the times I clip out me like just getting frustrated being out there with nothing happening. So my father-in-law is doing some. He's like doing some flooring in the hallway behind me. So if you guys hear any excess noise, that's what it is. No one's being murdered in my house. Please don't swat me. So I guess let's get on. We'll talk about the contest for a while, and then we'll do a Q&A, a bigger Q&A at the end. If you guys have any questions like about fishing or content or life in general, that's kind of the direction I see this talk show or podcast moving in the future. I know some of the other contestants have actually talked about coming on in the next couple weeks. But really just talking about fishing, like the YouTube side of fishing and stuff, because that's obviously what I'm passionate about. But first, I think we just got to congratulate Ryan on winning. Just graduated high school, was, chosen to be in this contest. He wins the contest. He's set up now. He's got a really big following already, and now he's set up now to take his, following content to the next level. I think we all are, but, he won the boat and the cash. What are your thoughts on Ryan and his content?
I've known Ryan for a while on TikTok, so I definitely like him. He's a youngin' though, so he's probably got a little bit more advantage in the YouTube scene in that area because people just don't want to watch older folks as much.
Yeah,
that's just what I've seen. But like you said, he's pretty set up good. Like with or without the competition win, he would have done just fine. So I'm sure this is just gonna excel him even faster.
We were following, me and my friend Jeremy were following his TikToks like at the Bassmaster Classic like pretty closely. Every time he posted, we were talking about it, and he's posting with other like really big influencers too. I think the one thing for me about Ryan with his videos and with his TikToks was the sense of adventure that he has. He was just willing. He's willing to go out there and find opportunities to fish and put himself out there. And like you said, I'm 33. It's like I'm pretty old. And so I feel like sometimes, not that the age holds me back, but my mentality of being 33 kind of keeps me in a box of being like, I don't know that I've ever gone on Google Maps and found a place to go fish, But I really appreciated Ryan and his videos. I'm really excited to see where he goes with it. I can't wait to see like that celebration video of him having everything and what he's going to do with it. So I know he's going to do some really cool stuff. And yeah, we're really proud of you, Ryan, if you are watching this or you listen to this. And I'm excited for you. What do you but what did you think about Colby's week 4 video? I think we have to talk about Colby's week 4 video because it was so good, right?
I told everyone that was probably the most out of the box video that I've probably seen in a long time. And I've never seen a fishing video particularly like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thoroughly enjoyed his video, watched it from start to end. And the whole time I was thinking, like, why didn't I think of this? Or, I'm saying, I thought it was a really good video. And I thought he had the week 4 best video, in my opinion. But the judges decided otherwise. But let's see what you think.
I thought so. For me, that was the same for me. And I had this thought this week as well. What I like isn't necessarily what the judges like, but like you said, it was so creative, so out of the box, and the time and the effort that Colby had to put in to go and make all those challenge boxes. And then Colby's actually in the chat, man. Welcome in. The thing that for me so I'm a pastor, public speaker, all this stuff. One thing people don't guess is that I'm actually kind of introverted in public. Like, I don't think I would have the courage to go and ask strangers to come be in my YouTube video, let alone to do these funny challenges that they're not necessarily going to know anything about. So, man, hats off to Colby. Like, that was really, really an interesting take on the challenge. And like I said, the judges were looking for something different than I was looking for, obviously because I was eliminated week 1. But
Me too.
All right. So we're gonna talk about a couple things, like overall. And one thing that I wanted to start off is the scoring system. Digital Wells sent me, who does a lot of filming for That Bass Fishing Dude, sent me a DM on Instagram, and corrected something that I was saying from last week. Which once he sent me the message, I realized like I'm an idiot. Like I knew better. Like I knew the rules better than what I was saying. Because what I was saying last week is, I hope that Ryan didn't win just because he had over 10 times the following on YouTube as Colby did. But if you read the rules, the way the voting works is the top 5 videos that earned votes received points. Number 1, like first place got 10, and then it went down to 8, 6, 4, and 2 points. So for the last week, and Colby's kind of, I hope I can say this, has kind of told me that he has some information on the voting. Regardless of voting, Colby and Ryan would have been first and second place in voting. So the voting would have made a much bigger impact on the outcome in the earlier weeks than the later weeks. Is that kind of how you understood it too?
Correct.
And then as far as the judging goes, the way it's worded in the like terms and you guys can read this. This wasn't like super secret. You guys can go to the website and read this stuff for yourself. Is that the 3 judges award up to 10 points per video in each of the following categories: execution, creativity, and entertainment. And so me and GB kind of had different views on what we thought. Like, so I took it as, so one judge could give you up to 10 points per category. So you could get 30 points from a judge and then up to 10 points from the voting, maxing you out at, so that would be 90 points. Actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, I agree with you. So you could get 90 points from judges, 10 points from the voting.
They just had like a creativity, this, that, etc. Mm-hmm. So it just sounded to me like there was 90 points total that the judges would give, and then the 10 points was from the audience. So continue, but yeah, we both agree on that.
Yeah, so we agree. Like, and we knew how the so Colby spelled it out in the chat as well, and that's how we understood it. For whatever reason, like part of the way through, I started to think that there was this ranking system of 1 through 10, and that's just simply not how it was. Judges didn't rank us 1 through 10. Each video was graded on its own standing, right?
You're right.
So I'll let you kind of talk about, because we asked about that. We asked about the voting and stuff. If you want to talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, we did ask to know how many people voted for us because I was curious. I can only speculate, based on who I know voted, and like I can basically look at my Instagram analytics and see, like, if I posted the link, I can see how many people clicked on it. So I mean, I can only speculate how many people voted, but ultimately it didn't really matter because, like I was telling you earlier before the chat started, like, let's say the judge voted me 60 points and they voted Colby like 80 points. Well, it didn't matter if I got 10 points on audience votes, I've still lost.
Right.
So in a sense, it's almost like, why even have audience votes if it's basically just for tiebreakers in a sense.
Right.
And that's pretty much all it's for. So ultimately, in some cases, like if they already know who's going to win, why even have the audience votes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, like, what we were kind of saying is, like, could we have like a scoreboard basically? And so I was thinking this week about the pros and cons. Do you think it would have been more like exciting each week to have like a live scoreboard of seeing how people were doing, or do you think that would have?
Yes, that's what I wanted. And the thing I wanted more than anything was, out of this whole competition, I wish they would have provided the judges' scorecard. That way, if the judges said, hey, I rated your intro low, or your energy, a 4, your creativity low, I would like to see those areas and actually fix my videos.
Yeah.
Or like, if there's improvement to be made in a specific area that they didn't like, I would like to have known what areas. But ultimately, I'm just sitting here going, I guess they just didn't like it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Other than, B-Lat kind of let out what he likes in a video, but by then it was too late. So, but I would like to have seen what they liked and what they didn't like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was, so just to play like devil's advocate a little bit, like, I think a live scoreboard, if and when they do season 2, a live scoreboard would be so exciting for us to watch and kind of know what ground the contestants needed to make up. But like you said, I really do wonder what the judges thought of my video and how, like part of me wants to know, like, how my video compared to some of the videos that made it through past mine that in my mind, I thought were better, or I thought my video was a little bit better. So I would love to, like you said, I would love to have that, excuse me, that knowledge so that I could just make my personal content better. And so the only reason I think that this would be a negative thing if they made it public is, like, guys like me and you are mature enough to the point where we're going to take, if Lojo sent me a message and said, hey man, I watched your week 3 video, which I think was my best video, and he said it was just dog water, I hated it, like it stunk, and Lojo's not the type of person to say that, I would take that and I would be able to use that for positive energy to make my videos better. But I think there's some people out there, not necessarily in the contest, somebody, auxiliary to someone in the contest could get wind of that, and they would be like, oh, this person has no idea what they're talking about. And then there's this whole big debacle about somebody saying something negative when it wasn't even meant to be that way.
Right.
So I get it, but I think if they send us the or the how did we do, rate us on 1 to 10, I think that's something that I would recommend, is like, hey, a live scoreboard would be really exciting, I think. And several people in the comment section said that too. Jesse asked if we knew the point split between Ryan and Colby, or is that super secret? It's not super secret. Colby knows, and he can share whatever he wants in the chat. And if he doesn't, I've talked about Colby about us sitting down and doing what me and GB are doing as well, and letting him kind of tell you guys how that worked out as well. But I don't personally know. Cool. Anything else about scoring? I mean, at the end of the day, the way it's
did.
Go ahead.
Colby did make the good point that it was 3 judges, 30 points apiece, which adds up to 90 points. So he explained it better than I did earlier.
Yeah, and I think
3 different categories.
No, Lojo's one of my favorite creators, and man, his video that he posted today was like really funny too, where him, Ao, and Norm were fishing like a spillway. That cracked me up. All right.
At the end of the day, really, it's just like an opinion, you know, so you just have to take it with a grain of salt. Like,
yeah,
if my personality or like my face just doesn't capture, you know, a certain judge, then you're pretty much doomed from the start,
yeah.
you know? So you just have to be able to, you know, take that for what it's worth.
All right, let's real quick at the end of this scoring section, since you say it like that. I feel like if we don't talk about it, it's more awkward than if we like ignore it. Do you think Lojo's or a lot not Lojo? Do you think BLAT's post week 1 in the middle of viewers voting affected the outcome of the voting week 1 or the competition at all?
I believe it did, but that's just my opinion. I know a few of the guys I've talked to in the contest, including myself. As soon as that post was posted, I was just already ready to pack my bags for the competition, because BLAT said, this is what I like in a creator, this is what I like in a video, and if you don't have these boxes checked, I don't like you. And that's pretty much what his post boiled down to. And you know, if the scoring system is right and he's worth 30 points, well, that can make you or break you just off that one judge. So even if Lojo loved your content and Ross loved your content and BLAT rated you low, then you're pretty much out of the game. And the thing that most discouraged me was, like, by the time we saw his week 1 post, we were already filming week 3.
Yeah.
So it was too late to make changes. Like, if we would have been able to see, like, this is what he likes in a video, but we could have changed the style of the video, it was too late, because we were already on week 3. So if the mindset was already made up on week 1 videos, then I just feel like it was downhill from there. But that's just my opinion.
I think that's fair. Like, when we saw it, like I was pretty discouraged. And so the people asking, Brian Latimer posted it on Instagram week 1. I think he posted it like on Thursday or Friday about just who hit, and voting was going to end that Sunday on who his 2 week 1 picks were, and said that this is what he, you know, looks back into a these are the things that he looks for in YouTube videos, and these are the 2 guys that did it best. And he said that that bass fishing dude and obviously Ryan, who won the contest, were his 2 favorites for that week. And so what my friend brought up to me was, you know, he, you know, leads a team, actually the Berkeley Beta club that just won nationals, by the way, and was talking about how, like, judges will, you know, pick things they like. It didn't really seem unbiased. Like, I guess what I'm saying is that the post made it seem like he was biased towards 2 people. And if you read the comments on that post, people kind of caught onto that, and, you know, talking to you and talking to people in DMs, like, a lot of people share that sentiment that it was kind of you don't want to say unprofessional, but like it wasn't a good post for a judge in the middle of voting to make. Like, maybe if voting had ended and week 1 was over and he said these were my 2 favorite videos from week 1, it might not have stung as bad. You think?
I agree. And if he would have been consistent on the comments of that thread, some people were calling him out on it, and he said, hey guys, he said, I'm going to post every single week who was my favorite video for that week. And he said next week it could be different, but week 2, 3, 4, radio silence. He never said anything after that one post. So he posted that one post, who his favorites were, and then that was it.
Do you think
so? He never held up his other end of the bargain of saying that he would also pick other creators' videos on other weeks.
True. So I probably assume that the negativity from that week 1 post might have dissuaded him from maybe making another. I don't know. I can't speak for him. Actually, I had the thought of reaching out to BLAT, being like, hey, look, man, I was in the contest. I'd love, like, no hard feelings, obviously. Like, my overall experience was really great. Do you want to come on and do this talk show with me and maybe talk about it? So Colby made a good point. Why cater to a judge and compromise who you are as a creator? You want to take it first?
I mean, I agree. That's why I was saying earlier that pretty much at the end of the day, it comes down to who the judges like at the end of the day. And you can't really help that, because, you know, I've created my channel on who I am, and I've tried not to imitate or copy other creators. And I definitely don't want to do anything that I don't want to just be the next Fishing with Norm channel. Like,
Right.
I've fished with Norm, me and him are friends, but I don't personally want to do Academy Fishing Lure Challenge every one of my videos.
Yeah.
My videos are more towards around like catching big fish, or how to catch big fish, or how to do this. So like, that's who I am as a person. And obviously Brian Belat said in his post, he doesn't care if you know how to fish. That's not who he's looking for. So in his opinion, to me, I already felt like I was outed, because what he's looking for in a content creator is not me. And what he said he didn't like is everything that I am. So it's all boils down to what people want to see. Some people go on YouTube to watch creators do challenges. Some people like folks like Tactical Bassin, who are just giving you best advice, rod and reel advice, lure advice, how to catch big fish. So like, everybody has their own niche of fishing that they like to watch. And I just kind of want to be myself. And at the end of the day, I was exactly that. I was me throughout the tournament, and I made it to however far I made it, and I'm happy with those results.
I mean, I could not have said that better myself. I mean, obviously we did things that I would have never painted lures had it not been for the contest, obviously. So I did things that I wouldn't normally do, but I don't think I changed who I am as a person. He said, "You want to give me a boat?" "Yes, sir. What would you like to see? And how can I make this video more enjoyable for you, sir?" Yeah. So I can't like, streaming on YouTube is so much different than Twitch in how the chat updates for me. Even if judges' opinions, well, and Jesse, the thing that we were kind of addressing earlier was that when it came to the voting system, the way it would have been laid out for the final week, Colby versus Ryan would have been, even if Ryan, and we don't know, Colby does, got more votes than, if Ryan got more votes than Colby, then Ryan would have got 10 points, Colby would have got 8 points. So it wouldn't have, like, it wouldn't have tipped the scales unless there was a tie, like GB said earlier.
Yes. I mean, if Ryan won by 2 points, then it definitely would have been unfair. But that's only for Colby to know.
That's true. Only Colby has that information that I'm aware of. All right, so moving on to like your overall. Oh, he said Ryan beat me in both rounds. Final score 88-74. Okay, so that kind of sheds light on how it worked out. And we had said, I corrected my mistake from earlier, saying that the voting wouldn't sway it unless it was a lot closer. But Colby, while I talk about leading into the next segment, just gotta say, like, we're super proud of you, man. We thought your video was amazing, and dude, the intro game was so funny, dude. Like, killed me every single week. Like, so definitely, if you're watching this live or watching this later, Colby Yak Fishing, make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. GB's channel is linked at the very top of the description below, and Ryan's channel is linked in the description as well. So you guys can go watch all of these guys. Everybody just took their content to the next level for this contest, and I think that's what Catchco wanted out of us. And man, so that kind of leads into the overall contest experience. What are some of your takeaways, your feelings, and your thoughts overall now that it's all over?
It's definitely forced me to kind of up my game in some areas, especially watching a few different folks. I've learned some things. I've taken some thoughts and ideas from other folks, but all in all, it was fun. I got to meet you and a couple other folks that we really strongly connected with. I've known Tate and Ryan before the competition started, so now I just kind of have a bigger group of friends, and I'm sure we're all going to succeed in the future and probably, be further along in a year from now, probably doing something else bigger.
Absolutely. We did so we came in, and the first thing was a Google Meets with everybody. This is before we could even announce that we were in the contest. And I kind of felt like the new kid on the block because I knew, like, some of you guys knew each other and some of you guys had been working with Catchco a little bit already. And so I was just like super intimidated at first. And I was like, dude, I don't know what we're going to do. And I'll never forget Jeremy, my friend, cameraman. He said, Georgia Bassmasters is going to be your biggest competition because he's catching fish. He's so knowledgeable. He's entertaining. Like, he's the whole package, right? I remember that. And then we all jump into we have the Google Meet. It's over, and then we're all in a Instagram DM, and everybody actually starts talking to each other. And Catchco, two things I took away. Number one, everybody in the contest was super cool and super chill and supportive of each other, complimentary of each other. It like you said, we made some really good friends. And number two, from the Google Meet, everybody from Catchco, Katie, Eli, Ross, was all so supportive and basically said from the get-go, like, we want to see all of you guys succeed. It is a competition. There will be a winner and losers, but we believe in every one of you guys. And so I so thankful to be connected to that company, but also to you guys as well. That's my biggest takeaway from it, is the relationship that I've made with you guys and with Catchco, and the videos that I made.
Yeah, your videos were exceptionally getting better. Every video was like,
thanks, man.
Getting...
And we kept saying like, if our week 1 video could just push us through to week 2, and our week 2 video, which was my weakest video in my opinion, would somehow push me to week 3.
I almost wish we could have done every week at a time instead of, like, we were basically filming our week 3 when everyone's week 1 were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't realize how tough the competition was going to be. So here I am filming week 3 or 4 or whatever it is, and I see, Colby doing his intro flying a freaking plane. And I'm like, how am I supposed to top that?
Yeah.
So it's like, there was a lot of curveballs coming where I was just like, all right, I was not expecting that from the beginning of the competition. Like, had I known, maybe I would have, gone and done something crazy.
Right.
But it was definitely cool to see a lot of folks really surprised me and really stepped up their game 10 times as much as I did.
So I was sitting in my friend's bass boat. We were about to go fish with my hand painted lures, and I knew that we had filmed and edited this bomb intro to my week 3 video. And then, so we filmed that, I edited it, and then I actually had a speaking engagement that weekend. I come back, it's Monday, I'm dog tired. I'm sitting in the boat rigging up these hand painted baits, and my buddy was like, hey man, I just checked the website, you've been eliminated. And I was like, no, dude, like, it like sucked the wind out of me. But then, like, I knew, like, this video is gonna be good, so I cranked that one out. And at the end of the day, like, I have nothing but positive things to say about the contest, the community. The whole experience was positive overall.
Yeah, I think I was focusing too much on the actual challenges and not. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like week 2's, like, it was a numbers game, and I got 9 fish in an hour. So I think me and that bass fishing dude caught the most that week. I think he had 8. I think I had 9.
Okay.
So, like, when it comes to the challenges, I was actually winning the challenges. I just wasn't winning over the judges.
Yeah.
So, like, I won that one, and then week 3's, I caught the biggest fish, which was like one of the challenges on week 3. But by then I was already eliminated.
Yeah.
So it's like I was actually completing the challenges, but I wasn't winning over the judges.
Colby said he had 9 and Mike had 10.
Oh, Mike had 10. Okay.
Dang. Well, I did not. I had 5. Yeah. But
yeah, I narrowed in on the challenges instead of trying to win over the people. That was probably my mistake.
Yeah. And I did the same thing week 2, because at week 2 I was just like, nose down trying to catch fish. But week 3, and tell me how you felt about this too. After I was eliminated halfway through filming week 3, I was like, I finished the video and I showed it to my buddy first, and he said TJ definitely wasn't focused on winning challenges. So he said, do you feel more relaxed and like in your video, and I was like, dude, actually, like finishing out the challenge, knowing that I'm eliminated, I feel like I'm a lot less on edge now. Did you feel that after you were eliminated?
Definitely. I was actually filming parts of my week 4, and when I found out I was eliminated, it was almost like a huge weight was off my back, because then I just like wasn't worried about, you know, the competition so much anymore, like on myself. So I definitely was, it was a big stress reliever. Even though it was a buzzkill, it was kind of a weight off my back.
Right.
But yeah, it definitely made filming better.
Right. Dude, I was just, yeah, definitely breathed a little bit easier on the kayak, knowing that I was eliminated. And like, if I don't catch a fish, I don't have to have this video uploaded by a deadline. I can wait until I catch fish. So, go ahead.
Week 3's video, like I was so hyped to like, I wanted to make it to week 3 because I thought my video was really good. I had my 1776 America bull shad, and I kid you not, in order to fit all that into a 15-minute video, because the painting process, all that took up like 8 minutes of my video. So I only had a spare amount of time, but I caught like 15 bass that day between that bull shad and that square bill, and they were all between, you know, 2.5 and 4 pounds. And I was just like so sure this video was going to do great, and then it was like, oh, week 2, you're gone.
I felt the same way. I thought week 3, dude. First of all, your painting was so good. Like, I would put the 1776 bull shad on my wall.
I don't know if you saw Mystery Tackle Box's comment on my channel, but they said this won't be the last time we see you or that bait. So I don't know if they were hinting around that they're going to have one of those bull shads on the website.
Bro.
Hopefully, though.
Yeah, dude. Give me the GB exclusive bull shad. I would buy that. I would buy 10 of those.
I thought about like giving it away or something, like after, you know, this competition was over.
I had so mine were obviously like kind of TikTok themed. Like I had the she shad and the bussin' bluegill. I called it the bluegill.
Yeah.
A college student here in town actually was like, "Man, I really want the she shad," and I was like, "I'll tell you what, man. If I ever give it away, you can have it." Like, but it's such a cool piece of, you know, memorabilia now.
You definitely have the best names.
Thank you. And
but I'm a TikTok creator, so it really spoke to me a bit more.
Me and Jeremy, before I even opened, I did all the painting. Jeremy, I need to clarify before someone thinks that Jeremy did the editing for me. Jeremy helped me with filming, but not with editing, not with catching fish, anything like that, or with painting. I did all the painting myself. And before I sat down to paint, we already had the names picked out. We knew that was the way we were going to go. Fundraiser for 1776. Absolutely, man. You can tell we're both wearing American, you know, Americana t-shirts. We're very pro USA. What was your favorite challenge of the contest? Would you say it was week 3?
Obviously, definitely, without a doubt, it was week 3. I actually thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Yeah, same. What? That was my favorite challenge.
Week 1 to me was the hardest.
Yeah, same.
If you agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. Because I had never, at that point, I had never caught a fish on a jig, a wacky rig, or a drop shot. And so I didn't know if I was going to be able to pull that off.
Bro, I had to edit it out, but I missed like 6 fish on that headhunter. And I thought I wasn't going to be able to get it done. Because like they'd bite, I'd set the hook, they'd come off. And I'm just sitting there. I was thinking this is never going to get done. And I finally ended up landing one, but I don't know if you had trouble on that headhunter. Let me know if you did, but that was probably the most difficult bait.
So in my video, all you see of the headhunter is me setting the hook once and the fish getting off, and me setting the hook again and it breaking off. But I had several bites prior. Maybe I don't know how to set the hook with that thing yet.
Colby? Yeah, I don't know if you like need to let them take it a little longer and then set the hook. I'm just so used to like feel the bite, you set into it, you know.
Yank them, dude. Colby said he missed on the headhunter too. He thinks week 3 should have been week 1. I
agree.
Yeah, I agree. Come out of the box swinging with the
most creative. We've been able to see everyone's creativity on week 1 from the get-go. if the painting challenge would have been week 1.
Yeah.
And the difficult slam definitely would have been something after you had people eliminated would have been.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there should have been. I know that Bilat said that he didn't care if you knew how to fish, but I feel like you kind of should know a little bit how to fish. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I feel like that's where that challenge. That's why there's a slam challenge. You know, see if you can do it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think so. The headhunter, the rattle bite. I didn't even. I got one bite on a rattle bite, but it had to be like a perch or a bluegill or something, because it was just a couple quick ticks, and then I never got another bite on it again. It was insane.
I thought the rattle bite was going to take me a little longer. I tied it on, and on like my 5th cast, I caught that fish, and I was like, "Wow!"
You were like, "Thank goodness I got this out of my." Yeah. So
yeah,
then
I was very happy.
So then I opened the. So Katie had already told us that you didn't have to paint all 4 baits week 3. So it wasn't. You did? That's right, you did. I've only painted 2 so far. I'm gonna paint the other 2 eventually, but I opened the box and there's a blank rattle bite, and I said, "Nope, not doing this one. Like I can't get a bite on it."
I wanted to keep the bull shad blank. Very bad.
Man, yeah, I remember you talking about that. And then
like crystal clear water, like just a hint of, blue or green on it, and just leave it clear. Killer.
Dude, you know what? And that's why I love your channel, is because it's informative and you're gonna catch fish. This is actually really interesting. Colby said, "I was disappointed in Ryan's week 3 because I feel he blew it off." Thoughts? It did seem like he didn't really like put the effort and the time into the creativity part of it, of actually painting the baits. No, he painted more than one.
I mean, didn't he just kind of like put one coat on it and put some glitter on it? But that was kind of it.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Because he broke one off, and then I think he caught a fish with one. Hold on, I had a good point. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Colby. That's how I felt. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. I was surprised that Ryan went through over that bass fishing dude, because the zombie lure. Yeah, Jesse just said it. The zombie lure that Brandon, that bass fishing dude, painted, I thought was so interesting, and I like another bait that I would love to buy just to hang up.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite videos? We'll do 2. What was your favorite video from the contest that you did, and what was your video that someone else did? Your favorite video that someone else did?
Obviously, my favorite video someone else did is going to have to go to Colby's week 4, just because I liked it so much on how different it was. So everybody, if you haven't watched it, I think you need to go watch it. I might take some ideas from that video and do me something in the future. But that one was my favorite video of someone else's. And my favorite video of mine was the week 3, just because I enjoyed painting those baits and making the America bull shad and all that.
I agree. My favorite one that I did was week 3. The amount of effort that we put into week 3, I think, was just, if I was, not working full time, I feel like if I could put that much effort into every single video, that'd be awesome. And so I was really excited about that. Go ahead.
I feel like we need to talk about that a little bit, like not trying to make excuses.
No.
But, I know you're married. I'm married. Like, I'm a dad of 3 boys. I work 60 hours a week. I cut grass on the side. And here I am trying to make YouTube videos on the side during a competition. It is very hard.
It is
very hard to like squeeze these videos out, make them good quality, like be entertained. And it's hard to work a 12, 13, 14-hour day, go fishing, and then act like happy, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like energetic, and make a good video when kind of you just want to go to sleep.
Yeah, you feel like, do you feel like you ever have to fake it in your videos a little bit?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not necessarily faking it, but I have to like bring out the good things in life, and like try to be cheerful and happy, when sometimes like sometimes I don't want to make a video. It's just, but I have to,
I've definitely felt that, just being a regular creator, not necessarily with the contest. But yeah, same. Right. So the week 3, it had rained that day. Jeremy wasn't able to film until later that evening, and then I had a meeting, so we literally couldn't start filming the unboxing until, I want to say, I filmed the unboxing at like 4:30, and then we started filming the painting at like, I want to say it was like 8 o'clock, from like 8 to 10. And then at 8 the next morning, I went to Florida to speak for the weekend, drove back all night Sunday, and then got up to go fishing. So like, yeah, it was exhausting. But
I remember you were so stretched out that like you hadn't even started on your video yet, and the week was almost over.
yeah, I did. I was, I was stressed. But yeah, like you said, like I'm trying to delegate time, and it's like, not obligated to hang out with my wife. I don't want, because if she's still in the chat, I don't want her to think that. But like, I got to make sure I'm spending time with my wife. I got to make sure I'm, I work in a church, make sure I'm giving the church the right amount of, me. I'm putting forth effort in all these baskets, plus making quality fishing videos. But you said, I read somewhere that at 10K subscribers, you're going to quit your job. Is that true?
That I'm going to quit my grass cutting side job.
Okay. Okay. So I hope I didn't.
I started a grass cutting business with my friend a little over 2 years ago.
Okay.
And we both have a mower, a trailer, all the whole 9 yards. And like I told him, I was like, when I get 10,000 subscribers, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much gonna like replace that grass cutting income.
Right.
So it's not actually my real job, but my boss at work kind of thinks I'm talking about my real job, and I keep messing with him. I'm like, 2,000 more subscribers, I'm gone. Be ready.
My wife,
give me a raise.
My wife just said our first anniversary is right in the middle of the competition. It really was, and she was like, I know she was upset, but funniest moments were Bubba Ross and the Mad Scientist. Thanks. Like week 3 brought the best out of all of us. My favorite video from the contest, though, mine obviously week 3. I think like I loved Colby's week 4. That first of all, Colby's creativity is just going to stand out from this entire contest. But Brandon, that bass fishing dude, his week 4 video that he put out, that would have been his week 4 video, All or Nothing, where he's doing an on the water day for kids with autism, and kids, they may or may not remember the videos we make or the checks we write, but the time that they spent on the water with Brandon, face to face, hands on, that like I'm sitting in my office with tears as I'm watching this video, because it's like, man, I want to make a difference the way Brandon's making a difference in those lives. Like that was the most inspiring, I think, video for me throughout the entire process. So if Brandon or his camera guy's watching, just make sure that gets back to him and let him know that he's inspiring us too.
That was definitely a good video, for sure.
The last thing that I have before we just say Q&A, because it's already 8:49, holy cow, is where Colby up here in the chat said, thanks GB, but don't be stealing my ish, LOL, let's collab. I mean, I'm not but like 5 hours from you guys, so have you and
I'm
Colby,
always down.
Have you and Colby ever worked together?
Never.
Because he's near Athens, or in Athens. Where are you at? All right, so
yeah, where are you at, Colby? Let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
No, it is Athens, because I remember seeing that in his week 4 video at the college.
Right. I didn't know if he lived in like right there in it, or if he was just a big dog fan.
I think I'm about 3 hours from Athens, but I travel to Atlanta a lot.
Okay.
To do some fishing, so maybe he could come down there or something.
Yeah, he said Athens basically. I mean, obviously you guys are closer, but if there's ever a chance to collab, like I'm down to. I'm always coming to Georgia. Like when I come to see my aunt, I'm probably 45 minutes from you at most, and down in West Point.
I need to just like communicate with y'all on like trips I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I do a lot of weekend trips. Like if I can go somewhere for the weekend and go fishing, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I have a Michigan smallmouth trip coming up in like 3 weeks.
Ooh.
I'm going fishing with extreme outdoorsman Dylan Grubb. You may or may not know him, but he's gonna take me out on Lake St. Clair, put me on some smallmouth. But after that, I'm planning on maybe going to Miami, doing some peacock fishing.
Cool.
Or like Tate said in chat, he's moving to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's moving like 20 minutes from the Googan Squad headquarters.
Dang.
So like we can all go fishing in Texas, meet up with that bass fishing dude.
I would love that.
The other Ryan, and I don't know. Like we could do anything you guys want to do.
Yeah.
Y'all just let me know.
Absolutely. I've been wanting to go to the Googan HQ anyway. Babe, our 1 year just happened. Did you want to take a trip to Texas? Dude, big collabs. I think that'd be cool. I think, you know what would be cool too? I think Ketchco would see that, like all of us collabing together. I think it'd be a good look for them too, you know? Because, hey, they brought us all together. Tate's selling out. Speaking of Ryan Rigg, though, his week 3 video with the ice cream cone and the rat lures had me laughing so hard. But yeah, dude, thanks so much for coming out and talking with me for an hour. I guess let me say one thing, and then we'll do a Q&A, and then we'll do an official sign off. Next week, listen, I'm a big nerd. World of Warcraft is going to kick back up for me, so we're still going to do the live stream. It just won't be on Tuesday. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. It'll be either Monday or Wednesday. But I'll let you know. And I've talked to Colby, and I've actually talked to Ryan Rigg, and even Tate a little bit on Instagram about having them on as well to kind of get their side of the competition, hear their stories. And maybe that's where this podcast talk show goes, is interviewing creators and stuff like that. Because, I mean, I love creating content. I love fishing. Let's make the whole content about that. Q&A, what you guys got? Jesse said he'd watch it. The big Texas trip series.
Look, did you see Ketchco's video about all the employees going down to Mexico going bass fishing?
Yeah.
I was just like, we need to do that. I'm just saying.
Dude, I got a passport. Let's go.
Preferably during the spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Mexico, it's probably going to be late January, early February, but I'm down.
Let me write all this down. I got an idea. Ketchco, send us to Mexico. Now that you have near omniscient hindsight, what things do you wish you would have done differently? I would say I wish I would have put as much effort that I did in my week 3 video into my week 1 and my week 2 videos. Talking about drone coverage, talking about better slow motion B-roll, stuff like that.
I agree. Actually, Tate, me and him are pretty good friends. He made it to week 3 and he had absolutely 0 B-roll in any of his videos.
Oh, I didn't notice.
So looking back, like I was putting a lot of effort kind of into my B-roll, and it almost looks like that didn't really matter as much to the judges as I thought it would. So maybe I would have spent a little bit more time on the story, as B-Lat was saying. So just trying to make it a little more interesting or have a better storyline. But that's probably all I would have done differently, is put maybe less B-roll myself and maybe put a little bit more story in it. But I know you can tell the audience it was very hard to fit all of everything they wanted you to do in 15 minutes, like extremely hard. Mm-hmm. I was going back in the editing process. Like if I could cut out a second here and a second here to I was having to do that every video.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing. Week 1, I hope I'm not breaking any confidentiality stuff. In our group message on Instagram, people were like, hey, are you guys having trouble getting it squashed down to 15 minutes? And all of us were like, yeah, like it's really tough to get everything into 15 minutes. And like the conversation kept going, and someone was like, well, mine's only 15:45, and someone's like, well, mine just hit 16. And then finally, like Katie steps in and says, please make sure your video is no longer than 15 minutes. So I went, same as you, man. I went in, I was cutting out seconds at a time. What piece of gear would y'all add to your arsenal?
A drone.
Okay. I think same.
Definitely.
I think camera, computer, etc. I think I would add a drone as well. All my drone footage was from a buddy who has a drone. I think the shots you get with it are just too good. Do you use just a GoPro, or do you use like a big camera as well?
I have a Nikon $700. It's like a decent starter video camera that actually has a microphone jack, because a lot of those don't. So I just needed something that had an auxiliary microphone jack to it. I have a GoPro 9 and I do all my editing on my work laptop, which has absolutely terrible, terrible RAM or memory or whatever it is. I don't even know. But sometimes it'll just freeze, delete my video mid editing all the time. So I'm constantly like control save. So like Colby said, I probably do need a better laptop more than I do a drone, preferably.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I started off with the $40 knockoff GoPro, and eventually I just bit the bullet and said I want the best thing GoPro has to offer. So I have the 9 now. Eventually, maybe I'll get me a better vlogging camera and a drone. That's definitely in the works.
I have a Lumix G7 that is kind of your same deal as your Nikon, except it was only, I think it was like $500, and I have the external Rode mic on it. But I think I get better shots from my GoPro 9, honestly. I just upped to the 9 for the contest, actually. And so far, I love it. It's overheated on me a couple times, but
it has overheated on me a couple times this summer. Before I had the 9, I had the 5 black, and that thing never once gave me a problem.
Me too.
Like I would run that thing all day in 100-degree heat. It never once overheated.
Man, that's crazy.
It would get scalding hot, like you could fry an egg on it, but it never turned off.
So I sold my 5 to a friend, and I don't know if he's in chat or not, but I'm actually meeting up with him Wednesday to buy it back from him because he was having like battery issues with it, but I've never had an issue with it, so I'm gonna tinker with it a little bit. But Colby says he's using a GoPro 3-4 iPhone and then the drone for his 1080 shots. That's pretty cool. I think my first GoPro was a 3. But
I wouldn't have my camera, but everybody in my family was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Everybody just chip in enough money for me to get a vlogging camera."
Cool. Is your family pretty supportive? Tell me about.
Oh yeah.
Do they all like watch your videos? And
for the most part, most of them don't understand what YouTube is,
Yeah.
They're just like, "What are you doing, video and this and that?" Like my mom's always asking me like, "Can you even make money doing that?" And I'm like, "Yes, Mom, you can make money doing that." But all in all, like if I ask my mom to like share a video or like support me on this, or hey, let everybody know that I'm in a Aftco competition, she will like blow Facebook and everybody's messages up, like sending links.
Cool.
So they're very supportive.
That's good. I think my aunt actually created a Gmail account just to have a Google account to vote or to sub to me and to watch the video. So it helps having a support system behind you that's going to push you,
Yeah.
Jesse said he started on a $40 action cam, but just his first GoPro was a 9. The 9 is so good, except it overheated once. Go ahead.
I have a question for you, Colby, Jesse, anybody else in the chat that actually does videos.
Okay.
My wife's sitting like right on the other side of the camera. I just have to ask. I don't think she watches any of my videos at all. Like I could be talking smack about my wife, no matter what. Like she'd never catch on. I tell her all the time, like, "Hey, I gave you a compliment in this video, but like you didn't watch it, so you don't know."
Dude, that's so funny. Hey, what's up, Naughty? I gotta say, like, my wife's in the chat. She's watching this video, probably with her family downstairs. And your wife is your editor? That's so sick. But no, I don't think my wife watches my videos except for when I literally like take my laptop and I'm like, "Hey, babe, watch this video that I just made." But no, I don't think she does. So I'll say things in my video sometimes like, "Oh yeah, I just got this order from Shop Carl's. Don't tell my wife how much I spent."
Yeah. My wife is my biggest critic. She's always like, "Why are you making this face in your video?" Like if she does see it, I'm just like, "Well, fine, I'll delete it and I'll do something else." That's cool though. Colby's wife is your editor. I'm pretty jealous.
That's so, yeah, I'm actually jealous too. So Amber Stone in the chat is my wife. Well, we were talking about if our wives watched our videos, and I don't think you do most of the time, unless I force you to do it. I know when you lose money to the river or the lake or the lake though. I dropped a phone in the river. I dropped a combo in the river, and then when TJ coughed through his week 4 video, Oh yeah, she did. She was like, "Why are you coughing? Why didn't you edit that out?" And I was like, "Cause I was in the middle of a sentence."
Yeah, you can't edit that.
No, I couldn't. I got this annoying cough. I'm not like I don't even have a cold or anything. Am I the only one who does everything from their phone? I was actually thinking about you when Colby said that he uses a GoPro 3, 4 in his phone. I don't use my phone for anything but Instagram at this point.
I used to use my phone, but like when you're recording 3, 4, 5 minute like vlogs on your phone, it just starts taking up so much memory.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting that off your phone onto a computer is not always the easiest thing to do.
Right.
Like even plugging it in, it'll just pop up 10 bazillion files and it doesn't show you where they're at and they're not grouped together. So I just had to stop doing that.
So one thing, do you have an iPhone?
I do.
So
I have the 11.
So if you have an iPhone and if you invest in the future and get like an iMac or a MacBook and that's what you wanted to use to edit, AirDrop, man, is so easy to share files from your Apple devices to your computer. I mean, that's how I do. Like if I take a picture or a video and I want to edit it to get online some way, I'll just like AirDrop it to my computer, edit it, and then send it back. Colby has a cheat code. Well, you should share it.
It's probably an SD reader. My buddy told me about that recently.
Okay.
Like you plug it in your phone or whatever, some kind of SD chip reader or something. That's how he does it.
Honorable mention, like we got to talk about Real Naughty too. Like,
Real Naughty, the best personality of the competition,
bro. 100. And I told him for like his enthusiasm is insanely, like, it's infectious. Like it like made me want to be more hype in my videos. But all of a sudden, in one of his videos, he's like driving a boat, and I was like, I just thought you were a bank fisherman in the DC area, and now he's driving this giant boat around. It like caught me completely off guard too. Next week, yeah, Colby, let's do it next. Yeah, it looks like next week we'll be interviewing Colby yak fishing. Galaxy 9. Yeah, phone isn't ideal, but all right. It's after 9 here on the East Coast. You guys, we'll take a couple more minutes if you guys have any more questions for me or GB or overall. And go ahead.
I do remember a question you asked me before the live started.
Okay.
And it was how I got my YouTube channel name.
Yes.
And I think I might have mentioned this, I don't know, some other time. But I always have to tell people, like, I'm not trying to sound conceited and think that I'm the Georgia Bassmaster. But it was actually from high school. I would like skip class or whatever and like go fishing, and everybody kind of used it as a derogatory name. Like they would just call me like the Bassmaster.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
oh, there goes the Bassmaster over there.
Oh, God.
So then when I started my channel, I just called it Georgia Bassmaster as just like a running joke. And I almost changed it to like something fishing. But then I talked to Larry for a while and he was like, no, you just need to keep it. Like, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of separates you. So I've just kind of ran with it.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, and I wonder if anybody ever types in things like Bassmaster and maybe you pop up because they searched that.
People type in Georgia bass fishing all the time, and apparently a lot of people find me from that.
That's cool. What is Pineside, by the way? I see you and Tate talking about it a lot.
It is a company based in Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure that's where he's located. And he's just like a 21, 22-year-old guy, started his own business. And he's basically just been promoting his business through like content creators like me, Zuggy, even Larry Melton Jr.'s got a couple Pineside hats now.
Cool.
So it's just basically kind of like almost like a TikTok thing where like all of us are kind of just like the Pineside Squad is what some people call us. But
cool.
It's just a guy starting a business, and we kind of want to just help promote him, and we wear his gear and try to help him out because he's just a small business guy, trying to start a t-shirt and a hat company from scratch. So that's basically all it is.
I love that.
But if you go to the website, use code Georgia, you can get 15% off.
There it is, y'all. Go to Pineside, use code Georgia. He'd say go Dogs.
There you go.
I grew up 15 minutes outside of Auburn, so War Eagle to balance everything out. No. I think anything else, you guys? We'll take like it's 9:05 actually, so I know you got a family. I've also got a family. They're actually painting downstairs, but
I see Jesse's comment. Yes, people definitely take it that way. And there's a couple guys at my local lake that I fish at, and they don't know the backstory, and they just hate my guts
oh
because
gosh,
they think that I'm like some kind of professional bass fisherman. I have to tell them like no, that's just what they call me in school. And I got a couple of videos of them kind of like angry carrying moments where they're just like, oh, there's that Bassmaster guy right there.
dude, I'm gonna come down and beat them up, dude. It's like
Yeah.
high school all over again. They're like, oh, there goes the Georgia Bassmaster.
I'm just gonna change my name to GB. Like, what's his name? GB.
Oh man. Well, man, dude, thank you so much for coming on and talking to me tonight. Like when I kept saying for like 2 weeks, I was like, I want to have a guest on and kind of learn how to interview and maybe flush this out into a podcast. Literally, people were like, it's gotta be Georgia Bassmaster. You got to get GB on here. That like somebody even said GB or Riot, and I was like, well, you, Tate, a couple of the other people like I've talked to outside of the group message, like I feel like I'm, forming a friendship with, and so I knew you were the first person I wanted to ask to be on here. So thanks for doing this with me.
I appreciate it, man. You definitely need to get Colby, Real Naughty, and Tate on here. I already know Tate's secret news. It's not my place to announce it,
Dude.
But I think you need to get him on here, and maybe he can spill the beans a little early.
Okay.
On your podcast, because it's life changing, big stuff.
That's what he said. Is it?
It's not a joke when he says life changing, like life changing.
Is it coming like soon?
I think he's going to be announcing it in like 2 weeks, maybe. He said in like 1 or 2 videos.
Okay.
He posts videos like once a week or so. So I'm thinking 2 weeks he's going to announce it on a video.
Okay.
So maybe if you can schedule Colby for next week and maybe Tate a week after that, maybe you can like get in contact with him and like ask him if he can spill the beans like 1 day early before his video drops.
All right.
So you can be like fresh on the press.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to him too. I think that's everybody's first thought, Colby. But I don't know. That seems like it would be too obvious. But
yeah, it's not that, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Okay. All right. I'm hyped for him though. Man, I'm so glad to meet you guys. All right, so what I'll do now is let me I'm gonna hang up in Zoom, and then I'm gonna go full screen on my thing to do like a sign off thing. But
all right.
GB, man, I'll talk to you soon, man. Appreciate you.
All right, good talking to you.
Peace, buddy. So now let me come over here and go to the large cam over here. Hey guys, I think I still got music playing. Let's go. Make sure it's still on the royalty-free thing. Hyped to see where we all go. Me too. And like I said earlier, I think the biggest takeaway from the entire competition was the relationships, not only with Ketchko, but with each other. It's been really cool. Like, getting to know so many people, so many different people with different personalities and different content styles. So once again, guys, big thank you to GB, Georgia Bassmaster, linked at the very top of the description. Go. Subscribe to his channel. I love watching his content because he's going to catch fish and he's going to teach you how to do it. I said teach you how to do it. It was very country, but thank you so much for being on. And we'll get with Colby. It looks like people are interested in coming on and talking about the contest. So let's keep this train going. Next week, the talk show will either be on Monday or Wednesday. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know as soon as I do. Thank y'all so much for being here. I have a video dropping on Thursday. I think Thursday, yeah. Or Wednesday. I'll just go ahead and drop it tomorrow, whatever. I'll drop the video a day early. You guys can see it tomorrow around 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. And then I've got an announcement of my own. Most of you guys will probably know by now, but I finally get to say that I'm going to be getting the opportunity to make sponsored content for Ketchko at least once a month. I'll give you guys all that information in the very first video that is officially sponsored by Ketchko and Mystery Tackle Box. But I love you guys. I'm so thankful for you guys being here, chatting, and supporting me in this dream of creating content. So I'm going to hit you guys with the ending slide, and then I'm going to slide out of here. I'm out of water. I'm dying. I love you. Colby, let's talk. We'll get together about next week. Let me hit the ending screen. You guys have a good night. That's a terrible time for that song to end. Hold on.